There's a short window of time to make maple syrup, but one New Hartford family is making it a lifetime of fun. News Channel 2's Kirk Tupai tells us how the Tibbitts family is now in the 5th generation of syrup makers.
Tibbitts Maple Syrup Farm is bringing up the 5th generation of maple syrup makers. These two brothers have raised enough money from their farm stand to purchase an Evapogrill syrup maker. Gordon Tibbitts works alongside his brother Kyle collecting the sap produced by the maple trees.
On a good day, you can fill a 3-gallon bucket like this one in about 8 to 10 hours, and it takes about 43 gallons of sap to produce just 1 gallon of maple syrup.
The sap then goes into a boiler where it eventually becomes maple syrup. Kyle Tibbitts is the youngest of the syrup makers, learning how the process works.
That's how you boil it. It makes these little bubbles.
Kyle's brother Gordon talked about how the two brothers decided to get into the family business.
I've always dreamed of having an evaporator, and my little brother, he also wanted an evaporator.
It's possible the syrup making business is just in their blood. Their father was much younger when he started making syrup.
I started tapping trees with my dad at 2 years old.
There's a lot of work that goes into making the syrup and a considerable investment. This 5,700-gallon tank needs to be cleaned every day, and this boiler runs into the thousands of dollars. But it's something the entire family loves to do.
I got into maple syrup because my dad was out tapping the trees and I always wanted to be outside.
The first generation of syrup makers started out as a chicken farmer selling syrup on the side, and it took the third generation 25 years before getting back into the game.
When I was about my grandson's age, my father and I tapped a tree at my aunt's house and we made, I don't know, maybe a quart of syrup.
The Tibbitts now produce around 1,750 gallons of syrup a year, and they even have different flavors ranging from light to bourbon-flavored syrup aged in the barrels of locally produced bourbon. In New Hartford, I'm Kirk Tupai reporting for News Channel 2.
Did you see how clean that facility was? I am so impressed.